Let's go to the Louvre. What do you need to know? So, you're thinking about going to the Louvre, or maybe you even bought your ticket to Paris. Fantastic, I'm so excited for you. France is my favorite country on the planet, and the Louvre is something you have to experience. But the Louvre and Paris in general can feel a bit overwhelming. So let me give you some pro tips, a few things on what to see, and what you don't want to miss. I've even worked with the team at the Louvre on several projects, so needless to say, I'm ready to help you experience the Louvre. I would suggest saving time by not having to wait in the line and buy a ticket in advance. The Louvre is also free on Friday evenings from 6 p.m. to 9:45 p.m., but take note the free hours are extremely crowded. The Louvre is open 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. Something important to remember, the last entry is 1 hour before closing, and they will begin to clear the rooms 30 minutes before closing. This is France, so they do not mess around with shutting down. If you have a couple days, you might consider getting the Paris Museum Pass, which includes the Musée d'Orsay, Notre Dame, and the Musée Rodin, and of course, the Louvre. I highly recommend seeing the Musée d'Orsay and Rodin if you have time. The d'Orsay is an epic museum built out of a former train station, which is also where you can see the best display of Van Gogh's work in the world. The Rodin Museum isn't too big, but the grounds and gardens are beautiful. Great location to see the Kiss sculpture and enjoy a coffee with a fantastic view from the cafe in the garden. Tickets range in price, so check the official website for details. Those under 18 can enter for free. Good to know. Louvre tickets cover the whole museum and are valid the entire day, so you can come and go as you please. Quick fun fact for you. If you are a student or under 26, you can get discounts all over France and the EU. From movies, museums, operas, monuments, and train tickets, up to 35% off. To be under 26 again. You can avoid the often long queue at the Pyramid by going in through the Carrousel du Louvre, an underground shopping center in front of the Louvre. It can be accessed from the Metro Line 1 at the stop Palais Royal Musée du Louvre. On Fridays, the Louvre is open until 9:45, so going late after dinner can be a great experience. In the summer months, it can get quite hot. There is no AC in the Louvre, it's just too big and it's northern France, so saving money makes more sense. But it can get warm, so at night, it can be much cooler. Don't try to see it all, but also don't try to only see the top hits. You'll spend more time in lines and quite honestly, might become disappointed when you fight a herd of tourists to get a selfie. Knowing what the Louvre does not include is just as helpful as knowing what it does. If you are headed to the Mona Lisa, let's not miss anything along the way. Too many people approach the Louvre with a laser beam, often missing some amazing works of art. How much time do you need? The number one question I get is how much time should I spend at the Louvre? Very tough question to answer. How much time do you have? On average, most people spend between 2 to 3 hours. Keep in mind that the Louvre is huge with over 35,000 works of art, so getting your steps in will not be a problem. In fact, it would take over 200 days to see each one for only 30 seconds at a time. But giving yourself only an hour is, well, perhaps crazy. What you don't want to do is get home and realize you got a selfie with the Mona Lisa but missed some other epic works of art. If you love art like I do, I would suggest spending a couple of hours seeing 1 or 2 sections or galleries. Then grab some coffee at the Louvre Cafe on the 2nd floor, which also has a terrace with an amazing view of the pyramid. Then hit the other half for an hour or 2. I mean, it's the Louvre. Best question I always ask is, how often are you coming back? Before we head in, let's get a basic overview of the world's largest museum. The collection is laid out on 5 different levels in 3 interconnecting wings. Each of these wings have been named after famous French figures, 2 of which are easy to pronounce and 1 a bit difficult, but I'm here to help you. You have Sully, Denon, and Richelieu wings. Just remember, each floor has these 3 same wings, which will make it easier to navigate. Also good to know is that in France, ground level is 0, not 1, which you often see in the States. Let's start below ground and work our way up. 2 floors below ground level, you have -2. This is where you will find yourself if you take the metro to stop Palais Royal, Musée du Louvre. You'll also find a gift shop, tickets, and some smaller rotating exhibitions. If you enter through the pyramid entrance, you actually will be going down entering level -1. We are going to use this location underneath the pyramid as our starting point, since no matter which entrance you use, this is typically where you're likely to end up. Unlike other museums where you might tackle an entire floor or level at a time, the Louvre is a bit different. The museum is definitely not a circle, it is a broken rectangle. So unless you want to get thousands of steps in, let's be strategic on how we visit. We'll save time and our feet. You might also note where the bathrooms are located. Thankfully, unlike the rest of Paris and the EU, there are plenty of free public bathrooms in the Louvre. However, some are a bit difficult to find and are not always clearly marked on how to get to them. So be sure to have this map handy so you can quickly find one if needed. Now that you have the basics down, let's get started. Be sure to head to my next video in my Louvre series where I give you a brief history of the museum, including a visit to the old castle moat in the basement of the Louvre. Definitely check out all my Louvre episodes to help you get the most out of your visit. From the Mona Lisa, Michelangelo's sculptures, to the Winged Victory, I cover so much. I hope you enjoy your visit at the largest museum in the world. Thanks for watching, and be sure to leave a comment and subscribe so you don't miss any new episodes.